Good day, I'm Jolie Goorjain. I teach in the Department of English Language and Literature and Humanities and Comparative World Literature. And I wanted to share with you a couple of things I do with students at the end of a particular assignment. So at the beginning of the semester, students and I talk a lot about language, the hierarchization of English, and I give them an assignment that rounds out this unit in which they choose a text that has undervalued English or non-academic English. Now they're working in groups, they choose the text and they teach this text to the rest of the class, sharing with us why this particular use of English is valuable in this context. There's an assignment, so I go through the assignment with students, and then I tell them that when their colleagues are going to teach them in class, and this is a very casual experience, I want them to give their colleagues feedback. Now, rather than have them just say, good job, or I really loved it, I'm trying to get them to give some substantial feedback, practicing, pinpointing something that resonated with them, and being specific in giving them feedback about it. So first, I teach them how I would like them to do this. I'm going to share my screen and quickly show you that I made this little video. It's not fancy at all on Adobe Spark talking about the way in which I'd like for them to practice this. I also say that it's very difficult. And then I show them these slides, which I also go over in class. So we're using the model of Pixar's plussing. It's what improv is based on. So accepting what you're being given, saying yes, and then making your partner look good. And then I'm using the describe, evaluate, suggest, encourage framework where students are taking just one thing that stood out to them, pinpointing that for the presenters, and then sharing what it is that resonated with them. So why is it that they're sharing this? What resonated? What did they learn? What question do they have? And then having them round this out with some encouragement, some overall encouragement. So I give them an example and you'll see some of their stuff. So let me scroll down really quickly. I give them an example here of me evaluating my own presentation that's called a voice thread. So here I have describe. So I'm describing where in my presentation that I'm talking, and then they are evaluating it, right? They're talking, or I'm talking about myself, about what it is that resonated with me. And then lastly, this kind of rounding out of encouragement. So this feedback is only positive. We're not picking anything out that didn't work. We're only talking about and highlighting what did work. So this is an example of it. And then I model the assignment here for students. So these are my slides. I have a video. I take them through the slides. First, I have them do a Kahoot. Then I introduce them to all of the things I'm asking them. I take them through the assignment and show them my text, and then I analyze it. So I go through all these bits and bobs and take them to the end. Then I ask them to evaluate me practicing with the plussing that Pixar uses and the describe, evaluate, and encourage. So we leave out the suggest unless they so desire to do it. And I have them use Padlet because that's what we'll be using in class. And here you can see they're very creative. So mine is anger is danger without the D, and feedback is feedback without the F. And look at how rich this feedback is that they're giving me. They're really taking their time to practice with this, and they add pictures or whatever these are to suggest that. So I'll stop sharing and say that students really enjoy this because they have an opportunity to see the assignment ahead of time. Which I tell them is just one of many ways to do the assignment. They're able to practice giving me feedback. So when they come into class and they give their colleagues feedback, they already are familiar with how to do this. I tell them this is difficult, so we're not going to get it the first go, but they do actually quite well. It's great for the students who are teaching because they get immediate feedback from their colleagues and me. So they're not just hearing my voice, they're hearing the voice of the class, which I think is very helpful. And it shows that their audience extends beyond just me. Now, this sets us up for the rest of the term when they are going to be giving each other feedback, not only on more teaching presentations, but also on their writing. So I hope this is a fun tip. If you're not using it already, feel free to contact me. I'm happy to share more. Thank you for this opportunity.